I found that the comment section was overwhelmingly positive. I found that a lot of people were overwhelmingly supportive. But of course, you know, nothing is 100%. So out of all the positive comments, you still had some people sitting up there saying,
"Now who you bullshit?"
you know people ain't gonna let nobody slide by 100%. So, Will Smith has apologized again and again and again. And today he did it again for you know what.
Oh.
Yeah, the slap that not only was heard around the world but will not go away. That slap lingered. That shit left a bruise that will just not go away at all. We all are still talking about this slap right here. The world is going crazy. The world is dying. Climate change is destroying everything. Democracy is about to be gone in America. But oh, that slap. Can't get over that. We must talk about that smack. And thing is, because y'all like, damn, this man's apologizing again. Yes, people, but the thing that's different this time is that they're saying that this is the most emotional apology. Or apology. He's apologized so much. Let's change it up a little bit. He's apologized so much, but this right here is the most emotional apology that we have seen yet. However, the reason why I want to bring this up today is because there are some people out there saying, yeah, I still don't know. I still don't know if you mean it.
My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
Okay, I just gotta stop. Man, y'all, I'm sitting up here trying to take this seriously. Y'all in the chat make me laugh, man. Somebody said it looked like he just got back from playing golf right now. So maybe that's why people are not really taking this apology so seriously, because it looked like he ain't taking it seriously right now. Only thing that's missing is golf bags at this point. But let's hear the man out. Let's see what he has to say.
If you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Okay. So, you know, let's talk about this video right here, because when this was posted, and this was posted today. So when this was posted today, I went and looked at the comment section, because I didn't know what to expect. You know, when I go to the comment section, I always expect the worst, man. You know, I always expect people to come in and say the harshest things that they can. But you know, I found that the comment section was overwhelmingly positive. I found that a lot of people were overwhelmingly supportive. But of course, you know, nothing is 100%. So out of all the positive comments, you still had some people sitting up there saying,
"Now who you bullshit?"
you know people ain't gonna let nobody slide by 100%. Somebody always gotta call somebody out on something. And that is what I saw in small parts in the comment section. You know, I looked, and out of, I don't know, maybe like 20, 30 really nice comments, you had someone saying, nah, I don't believe that shit. You know, you had comments like this: public apology. These apologies are never about the actual actions that took place, but rather about wanting all those millions of people to make you feel good that everything is all right. And even the people that reply, you know, they didn't even reply like, hey, man, why don't you give him a chance? Hey, back off, man, be cool. No, people came in, facts. Only one person he needs to apologize to was Chris. Somebody else said millions of dollars, which I'm sure is hinting that he's trying to protect his business and his best interest and his money. And I can actually see what people are saying. You know, before I give my opinion on this, because I'm not here to attack those people that are even attacking him. You know, some people are saying this, and I can see why. I can see why. Listen, for one, when you when you come in for an apology, now this is just me. I can't even say he's wrong for this. I can't. He chose to apologize in the way that he wanted to. Now, if I was his PR person, if I was his publicist, you know, because I'm going into PR damage control mode now, and I know how. I think that I know how to communicate with people who I don't even see. I think I know how to communicate with people who watch us, and I'm looking at this camera right now, and I see all of you out there, and even then I feel like I know how to connect with you in a way. So if I was to give him my advice, I wouldn't come in and do some big old Oprah, Gayle King type interview. I wouldn't do a production. This man set up a production right here. Already doing this where you got, I mean, it's like a movie production. You got different camera angles. You got composition. You got nice lighting. Now, this is just me. I think that if you really want to connect with people and seem kind of intimate with people, you go raw with it. You know, you don't have to come in and bring all these nice cameras and camera angles and whatnot. I think cutting on a kind of a nice webcam and looking straight into people and just talking and making it more intimate, seems more sincere to people. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't, you know, when you start putting production in, it starts making people think, okay, so how much planning went into this? How much are you in actor mode now since you were making this a production? You know, but you know, I'm not saying that is that's wrong. That's the way he chose to do it. I'm just saying if I was doing this, and why I see people saying what they're saying who are being negative about this, you know. But I don't think there's anything wrong with what he did here necessarily. Also, I think people look at this and there's certain things that he probably said that makes people think that, yeah, you really are trying to win back the love of the people. You want to be liked. And again, if I was his PR person and I said something, I probably wouldn't have said what he said at the end of the video. Again, nothing wrong with it. I probably just would have said it differently.
If you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
I probably, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's kind of sweet and whatever. I probably would have said something to the effect of, listen, I really am sorry, and I hope that people can forgive me, but that is not my choice to make. That is your choice to make. And I hope that you one day can see to actually see me in a different way. Something like that. You know, when you say we can be friends again, and again, people make it feel like, oh, he wants to be loved. You know, maybe there's an ego in here or something. Again, he's trying to protect his interests. Just how I would have handled it. You know, but again, I'm not him. That's what he, you know, this is his apology, not mine. But going to the sincerity of what he's doing. Because I'm even looking at the chat right here. People talking about shake my damn head and, you know, lying ass. I saw somebody say that, lying ass. Are talking about, yeah, Jada got, she's pulling the strings again. Jada got your ass shook. Jada got your ass scared. That's who she should be the one apologizing. You know, I see all kind of negative things in the comments right here. And I'm not even mad at y'all for saying that at all. You know, not at all. I'm not calling you out. But if you want to know my opinion about what's happening right here, I do believe that he is being very sincere with this. I believe every word he's saying. I don't think that there's any false sentiment here. I don't think he's acting. I think he's being very real. And I'll tell you why. Because for one, he looks like he's in a hostage video. Like he's asking Jada to send $1 million to the cartel for his release right now. Look like somebody got a gun pointed at him off camera, because he looks nervous as hell right now. You know, and what I'm saying is that he's not the Will Smith that we always see. He's not Mr. Confident. You know, we always are used to seeing Will Smith pretty much running the room, holding court, being very charismatic, you know, just connecting with people. That's not happening here, man. You know, he's not confident. He looks genuinely nervous. Like we are not going to like him anymore. There's a pleading in his eyes at this moment. At least that's what I see. Also, it looks like he's pretty much still very embarrassed by what he's done. You know, look, this was no small thing that he did here, man. You know, think how it feels to embarrass yourself in front of 5 people. I've been in a room where there was about 5, 6, 7 people, and I slipped and fell and felt stupid as fuck when I did that. Now, some of you have been in that situation. Now imagine doing this.
Oh, wow.
This man just showed his ass in front of millions of people. And for whatever reason it happened, you know, that's another discussion. But for whatever he did that in front of a lot of people. And now it's really starting to hit because, again, it's what I'm talking about. You know, just because he was in a room, you know, he didn't realize that still there were millions of people watching. And so that has to be, once you realize the severity of that situation, it really has to be crushingly embarrassing for it. And I do believe that he feels terrible about it. He genuinely looks hurt. And I'm going to tell you why, because, you know, that's, for one, he realizes that in what was a heat of the moment thing that he thought at the time was cool, he didn't realize the ripple effect of this. He didn't realize the repercussions of what was going to happen. You heard him mention Tony Rock.
I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. You know, we had a great relationship.
Apparently, I didn't know this. I didn't know that he was really good friends with Chris Rock's brother, Tony Rock. And he talks about in the video how, you know, that relationship is probably ruined. He said irreparable. You
know, Tony Rock was my man. And this is probably irreparable.
You know, he did not. When you get in the heat of the moment like that, you just don't realize how many people it affects. And I know, because here's the thing. I'm not even trying to, because Chris Rock said that, hey, look, he said himself, they say assaulted, they say, you know, I was attacked. And he says, I was slapped, yes, but it's not that crazy. You know, he hasn't apologized to him yet, but he says, you know, I went to work the next day. You don't go to the emergency room for a paper cut. He says, I'm fine. And I'm sure that, you know, a lot of people, nobody died behind this. You know, that people are going to be fine. People still got their money. But still, you just don't know the personal relationships that you ruin when you do that. You don't know the ripple effects of it. You don't know the side effects of it. You know, emotions are still things that can be of long-lasting effects, can have a long-lasting effect on a lot of things that you do. And he's realizing now that it really took a toll on his family. Because the thing is, when you think that you know someone and you're friends with someone and then someone physically attacks you, you start to see that person a whole new light now. You crossed the line where you became a different person. And he's starting to realize that to a lot of people now, that night when he did that, he wasn't Will Smith anymore. He's kind of a crazy motherfucker after that. You know, he was a person that, you know, it was almost like that image of whatever he had out there was shattered. Even to the personal people that knew him. So, I'm looking at the chat. People say, yeah, when you live in the public eye, you have to accept that some people would clown on you, man. That's another thing. Yeah, you know, we talked about that. But, and I think he's really hurt. I think he's really hurt, and it's just sinking in now how much damage he did to those relationships. And there's a few reasons for that, besides the reasons that I talked about. One is that I think Chris Rock is fucking with him by not calling him back and telling him whether I accept this apology or not. You know, and I'm not saying that Chris Rock should. You know, you slap the shit out of him in front of millions of people. But I'm gonna tell you something, man, and we've all been through this. Nothing makes you feel like you fucked up more than when you are reaching out to the person that you wronged and they don't call you back. I was like waiting on the chick to call you back. You know, there's an unknown thing that you just keep wondering about. You know, you see that person in your head looking at you like that the whole time. But, you know, you want that affirmation that everything is okay, we're cool. But as long as they're not calling back, it's, you know, it's not cool. You're always wondering, what is that other person thinking? Are they still mad? Are they cool, but do they need space? Are they still talking shit about me to their friends? Will we be good ever? You know, it's that unknown when that person does not respond to you that drives you crazy. Again, I've been there. You know, when I've wronged somebody, and for days I sat up there worrying about what is that person thinking right now. I know what that's like, man. I'm telling you, that's really getting to Will. So I think we see it in this video, man. But here's the other big thing, probably the biggest thing. Mama got involved. Chris Rock's mother got involved. You know, here's the article. This is from today. Chris Rock's mother opens up about Oscar's incident, saying he really slapped me. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. There are times when people's mamas, they feel like your mama. Your mama. No, they feel like your mother, man. One, on the more positive side, is when they let you up in their house, they feed you, they let you stay for the night. You know, they make you feel like kind of, wow, you know, just for a little while, I feel like that's my mama right there. The other thing that happens when mamas, when somebody else's mama feels like your mama, the other thing that happens is when they jump on your ass. Is when they make you, especially when you done wrong, is when they just make you feel bad about something. Especially when you know you done wrong, because they just kicked into mom mode, and moms have this power. I don't know what it is. Moms have this power to guilt the fuck out of you. Again, especially when you know you done wrong. And I think that that's what happened right here with this, man. You know, like even if you never met somebody's mother, moms just have that much power to guilt the fuck out of you, man. You know, it could be an email, it could be a text. You don't have to meet them. It could be an email, it could be a text. They send something over to you, and that shit says, "Now you know what you did was wrong." You looking at your phone like, "Yes, ma'am." You know, they have a way to just get to you. I tell you, I'll give an example. We had a show here. Julian is a guy on the show, kind of my adopted son. His mother couldn't get some money back from Julian's best friend. I told Julian, tell your mama to guilt the shit out of him. Send him a text saying, "I've done so many nice things for you, letting you in my home, feeding you, letting you let your musty ass take a shit in my bathroom. I've been a mother to you, and this is how you repay me." I told Julian, tell his mother to say that. The next day, that dude paid his mother. Moms will make you feel like shit, no matter whose mom it is. And I think once he heard that line right there from Chris Rock's mother, Will Smith, when he heard that, he really slapped me. That got to him, man. And you can see it in this video right here. And, you know, that's the thing that we see here. You know, I don't doubt his sincerity. Because if you look at this, Will Smith, going back to what I said, he's not that confident, charismatic Will Smith that we normally see.
Tony Rock was my man. This is probably irreparable.
You know, right now, he's a little kid. You know how it is when you're a little kid and you get in trouble? You put your head down, your eyes down a lot, and you kind of rambling, and you looking up in the sky and the floor for words, and eyes stay moist. Tears on the verge of just streaming out. You know you're embarrassed and your feelings are hurt, and that's what Will Smith is like right now. Will Smith is he's like a little kid in this video, man. He's rambling. He don't have all his words prepared. He's trying to speak from the heart, and I think that's cool. They don't have his words prepared. You know, he's not that A-lister that we see that was larger than life. This is somebody who's still looking to find the words and cannot find them. And like I said, I get why some people they doubt this. I understand. I understand. I already said that. I already mentioned why. I get it. But you know, the biggest thing that let me know that he is sincere is that I can relate. I never looked at this and wanted to talk trash about this video. You know, listen, I'll tell you, as a professional fuck up and asshole, I'm semi-retired. I only do that part-time now. But as somebody who has messed up a lot in my life, who has probably been or made worse mistakes, who has done worse things than Will Smith, you know, I dare say that I have done some very terrible things that are worse than what Will Smith did. I know it seemed like, you know, getting up on stage and assaulting somebody. I'm not going to go into details, but I didn't break the law or anything. I didn't sexually assault anybody or anything like that. But I've done some terrible things to hurt people. And, you know, I don't feel like I have the right to judge. I don't feel like I have the right to look down on Will Smith with this video and question his sincerity. Now, I have the right to call it out. Yeah. I can call this out all day. I mean, what he did was one of the, really, as far as doing this in front of millions of people, this is one of the dumbest things.
Alert from software update. Girl,
if you don't, I'm going to slap the shit out this goddamn computer if you don't shut up. You know, what he did in front of millions of people, it has to be one of the dumbest things that I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
That is one of it's baffling how stupid that is. But, you know, and I can call it out all day, as I would hope people would call me out on my mistakes. But to hold any kind of moral ground over this, to look down on Will Smith like I'm morally better than him, nah, man. Nah, you know, I can't do that. I would tell you, I don't think I'm any better than him. You know, the best things to come from my mistakes in life is that I can't judge anyone. I tell people all the time, everybody should fuck up majorly in their life. Everybody should have something that, on a grand level, that they do, or something that they can't sleep with every night, just so they don't have to go around judging people. Because if you felt like I have, or feel like I do sometimes, if you've done things like I have, you make the kind of mistakes that I have, you don't go around looking at people, man. You don't go around judging people. You don't go around trying to act like you're morally better than people. You know, I didn't look at this video at all and doubt his sincerity. He could be acting his ass off. It could be a fucking script. He could have rehearsed this for, you know, all week. And that's fine. Until I know for sure, I am not any better than Will Smith, man. And that's why this was personal to me when I saw it. Because I was like, man, you know, it takes a lot to own up to your mistakes. I haven't even been able to, like, go out and apologize the way Will Smith has. At least he's able to get off his chest. I have things that I still store up inside of me that tear me apart, man. Everybody should fuck up in a major way in their life so you don't go around thinking that you're better than anybody else. There's so many people who do shitty things and never even think about it when they're talking about somebody else. Because people love to feel good about themselves. People love drama. And I'm gonna call out black mamas again. If you have a black mama, she says it's people just like mess. And people cause mess of people who don't ever reflect on themselves. You know, I would never look at this and try to judge this man's sincerity if he's out there trying to make a serious attempt to apologize. I looked at this and he don't even know how to fucking talk in this video. Like I said, there's people that have bigger problems. Will Smith gonna go to bed tonight on a pile of money. So I'm not sitting up here saying I'm gonna be shedding tears tonight over this. No, not at all. But it was just a personal side of me that looked at this and I just said, man, you know, there's a lot of judgmental people out there. And I do feel, you know, I do have some sympathy for him and a certain level of empathy for him for going through this. You know, I tell you, man, more people should make mistakes. So more people should be able to reflect on what they've done and not only not judge people, but also learn how to forgive people, man. You know, that's one of the biggest things that happened with me. I know how to forgive people. Forgiving people is one of the hardest things to do. Not resorting to violence or screaming and yelling when somebody's wronged you, that is to not feel anger to the point of wanting to lash out. That's a hard thing to do. I just saw a video. I'm not even bringing it up right now. I might bring it up on a show later. But I saw a video where this dude was, and y'all gotta look at this, man. A dude was in Dillard's, and it's crazy. This guy asked the store clerk, "Can I use one of your fitting rooms?" And the guy said yes. And the moment he thought that the man who asked him had to be a black customer, once he thought he was out of ear reach, the guy mumbled to himself fucking N-words. Now, this dude went back over to the counter, and by the way, the guy that did it was named Homer. So he went up to Homer and asked him, "Why did you do that?" And this man so eloquently told this man why he was a shitty person. He didn't yell, he didn't resort to violence, and when he left, he says, "I'm gonna pray for you, man." You know, for people to be able to forgive like that, to walk away when they're hurt, it takes a lot, man. So think about, so this means nothing being able to forgive Will Smith for what he's done. And by the way, he don't even owe me an apology. As somebody has said, he's apologized to everybody he needs to, but he needs to really apologize to Chris Rock, and that's up to Chris Rock whether he wants to accept it. But for us to look at this like it's a personal thing for us, he didn't slap us. He slapped Chris Rock, so why can't we look at this and be like, cool, he's apologizing. He just slapped the fuck out of me. Why should I even take it that personal? And by the way, everybody has been mostly positive about this, but and that's encouraging. But that was the only thing I was saying. I think Will Smith is not so much about the smack that he did, the slap that he did. There's a lesson to be learned, because everybody's saying, why are we looking at this, and why are we still concerned with this? Why is this still such a big deal? I think because it's not, it is because of the sensationalism of it. It is something that people can use for clicks, and I'm using it for that. Shit, that's why I'm here. It's my business to do this. Yeah, I'm doing that. But there's something to be learned from here, and that is forgiveness and being able to move on and understand that everybody is human and that they have flaws. We all make mistakes, man. Some are bigger than others, and we certainly haven't done anything that big, most of us, but you never know. You never know what the future holds for you. You never know when you're going to do something stupid or make a mistake that could alter your life. You never know. And it's not for us to go around judging people when that happens. But hey, I fuck them every day.